Hi everyone, it's a new week and I have a new video for you, and today we are going to paint together this small sideboard. It actually used to be a small vanity. It had an attached mirror to it, but I won't use it because it's pretty outdated. And the finish on the top is in a pretty raw shape. It's chipping, so I will have to smooth everything down with my sander. It also had an attached glass plate, which I don't have, so these holders need to go. So guys, I already done a lot of prep work off camera because I don't want to bore you with all these details. I sanded down to the bare wood the legs. I did it by hand because they're pretty small and my sander is pretty big, so it was easier to just hand sand them. Now I did a little bit of refill on the top. I'm going to sand everything smooth, and then I will apply some primer, just because as you can see in some places I sanded through the original finish and I don't want any issues with my finish. So guys, now I'm gonna apply my primer. I have a very little amount left of gray primer by Dixie Belle, and I'm going to apply primer only on the top. And I really hope this is going to be enough for the entire top. I'm using today Dixie Belle's chalk mineral paint in the color in the navy, guys, and this is a deep rich navy color, and I never used it before, but I always wanted to use it, so this month is actually my month of trying new colors. And I'm using also my Dixie Belle's mini brush, synthetic brush. Work with small amounts. I know I tell this all the time, guys, but this is really very important if you want to achieve a nice, even and flawless finish. And especially because for this piece I want to get a nice and sleek finish. So now it's time to pay attention to the legs, guys, and I'm going to use the Dixie Belle's No Paint Gel Stain in the color Espresso. You know, it's one of my favorite colors and one of my favorite stains. It's an oil-based product, so therefore you should be pretty cautious and work in well-ventilated area or wear a respirator. Normally I would apply this with a microfiber cloth, but because I don't want to create a mess here, I'm gonna apply it with a brush. I'm using an artist synthetic brush. This product is super easy to use, guys, like super easy, and actually all the products used will be in the description box below, and I also have an affiliate link for Dixie Belle, guys, and if you consider like using it, I will be very grateful, but if you don't want it, it's okay. I'm taking my microfiber cloth and I'm going to remove the excess. So if you want it darker, you can remove less. If you want them your surface to be lighter, just remove a little bit more, and if you want it even darker, you can let this dry and apply another coat. So now I'm going to apply the third coat of paint on the top, guys, and I'm going to smooth out the surface. I have here a 220 grit sanding block, and I'm going to go just very lightly over the surface. Now I'm going to moisturize my brush, and I will start with the edge. So now guys, to get a nice, smooth and even finish, I'm going to first of all make sure that I don't have any debris on my surface. I'm gonna mist my surface and my brush, and I'm working with very small amount of paint, and I'm moving myself pretty quickly. It's very warm outside and the paint is drying pretty fast on me. That's why I will try to keep my surface as wet as possible, but at the same time do not exaggerate with the water, because this is going to mess the formula of the paint and you will get a streaky finish. And that's why I love a mister bottle, because it's creating a mist instead of concentrated the flow of the water in only one spot. And to be honest, I hope this makes sense for you, because you can understand the difference only once you try the two different kind of spray bottle. So once I'm working in sections, and once I'm done with one section, I'm just missing the surface, and I'm just going with a very super light hand in long strokes. And the keywords are very light hand, because this way you will minimize any brush strokes. The paint is now nice and dry, and it's time to do the prepare work for the top coat, guys. And I have some super fine sanding sponge. I think this is like about 400 grit, and I'm going to very lightly sand my surface to make it nice and buttery smooth. And when I'm saying that I'm lightly sanding, it's like literally like wiping away the dust. You don't put any pressure, and also pay attention to all the cut edges, because if you sand too much, you will sand through your paint. So just be aware of this. Now I'm going to wipe away the dust, and I know it looks a little bit scary, scratchy, but once you put your protection on, it's going to be all leveled out and nice. And now it's time for protection. I'm gonna seal this piece with some furniture wax, and I'm going to apply 3 coats on the top, because in this case, like for dressers and stuff like this where people will put stuff on, the surfaces will be like a little bit more used with a little bit more traffic, so you just want to make sure that they are well protected. And on the rest of the piece, I'm going to apply only 2 coats. This is going to be enough for a good protection. Now I'm gonna take a microfiber cloth and wipe away any excess of wax. And now guys, a lot of people are struggling to get a nice even finish with the top coats, especially on the darker pieces. And I need to be honest, I never had a problem with this, but I'm following a couple of rules. Like for example, when I'm wiping away the wax, I always use a darker lint-free cloth, in this case a microfiber cloth. It's a darker color, and I know for some of you may sound a little bit weird, because you know the microfiber cloths, they are pretty soft and fluffy, but believe me, so far I tried a lot of methods to remove the wax, and the microfiber cloths are the best. Just give them a try and don't be scared by the fact that they are a little bit fluffy. And also, especially with the darker color, make sure that you remove all the excess, because otherwise you will get some white buildups. So guys, for my hardware, I cleaned everything very good, and then I sprayed them with this gold chrome spray. The thing with spraying your hardware is just to keep the spray bottle away like for 20 centimeters at least, and just to keep your arm moving, otherwise you will create drips. And we are done here. This piece looks so much beautiful, so modern, so muddy, and I love this combination of wood and painted surfaces. So if you guys like it, please give me some thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.